Hello, welcome to this video. I decided that today I'm going to start a new painting. I do have a lot of paintings that are on pause at the moment, but when inspiration hits, you shall not sleep on it. I don't really have the full concept in my head, I don't have all the details, but I do have the feeling that I want to translate and I have like a main idea, and I decided that I'm just going to start it instead of thinking about it and thinking about the details and just kind of getting stressed out about it and procrastinating starting it for months, because that happened in the past a lot. First things first, what we need is a reference photo. I'm not gonna go all perfectionist about it, I'm just gonna snap some photos and then we'll see how it goes. I'm also going to talk about my mental process that goes into creating these paintings, and I hope you'll enjoy it. I found these two little dead flowers. They deserve love. Like, they're still beautiful just because they're dead. I really love painting in a way that I have a concept in my head, but I don't really know the feeling I want to convey fully. And while I paint, I just keep thinking about stuff and thinking and just sitting in silence and painting. And at the end, the painting tells me a story. So in this video, I'm not only going to show you my painting process, but also my thought process while painting. And before we start talking about the emotional process of it, I want to say two things. First, I absolutely love a pink underpainting. It's because it gives so much of a pop, it gives such a good vibe already when I start painting. I always have this moment before painting over this that I'm just kind of really sad to ruin a beautiful canvas like this. It's gonna be even prettier, hopefully. And secondly, so many people say it is cheating if you use a projector or if you use a pre-drawn anything. It is not. I could do this with grids, but I just didn't want to, and that's okay. I got a bit overwhelmed the other day, especially because I actually hurt my ligaments. So that was bothering me. Right now I am going to do an underpainting. As we see in the previous video, I get a bit overwhelmed if there's no underpainting, especially with portraits and skin colors and just the whole concept. I'm really new to painting portraits and I also don't want it to be like a realistic one. So I think like underpainting helps me a lot, not just with establishing the mood, but also with knowing the values that I should paint and just to make the canvas look a bit less scary. So I'm going to do that now. It is wild how much we see on social media every day. Every time you scroll, it feels like there's always something new, someone trying a cool hobby, going on an incredible adventure, or just living a life that seems so put together. You might be watching this thinking, man, I wish I had a cool art studio like hers. And honestly, I've been there. It's overwhelming. Don't get me wrong, I find it so inspiring to see others succeed or even just try themselves out in new things, chasing their dreams. But sometimes it makes me feel like there's always something better out there, something more I should be doing. And I find myself asking these heavy questions. Am I doing enough? Should I be doing more? Am I delusional for wanting an art career when I can barely pay for my food? I don't have an art degree and I have a home art studio with barely any natural light. And well, maybe I am, but I'm guessing you kinda need to be a bit delusional to be in the art business. But hey, in any case, I'm in it now, so it is what it is, and I'm actually enjoying it a lot. It is really stressful, but hopefully at some point it's gonna get better and more stable. And I'm gonna actually be able to earn some money, so that would be great. Hey, check out my website, order something. Order yourself a nice little print or a postcard. You can have this video in the background while you do that. So the cool thing about an underpainting is that it's already guiding me, and so I don't need to use a lot of brain power to figure out what the hell is happening here. I mean, it's still quite tricky. I'm not super great with portraits. I very much enjoy the process of experimenting and learning. There's this endless scroll of ideas and possibilities, and while that can be exciting, it can also make you feel so lost. So lately, I've been trying to slow down and ask myself, what really matters to me? Who am I when I strip away all this noise of seemingly blooming possibilities around me? And honestly, what a hard question. I feel like I'm carrying all this stuff with me, ideas, expectations, comparisons, and I'm trying to see where I fit in. And I know that there is something really powerful about choosing what to keep close and about saying, this is what matters, this is what I want to protect. But how do you do that? How do you decide? Letting go is such a big part of my process because I feel like I need to let go of expectations. I need to let go of certain traditional ideas. And I also need to let go of my underpaintings, which, you know what, is a very, very hard thing to do. There is some times when I just really love the look of the underpainting and I think, oh, this could be the actual painting. Why not? It's a monochrome pink portrait. Totally could work. But you just need to push through and hope for the best. While painting this piece, I have been thinking about embracing vulnerability, and not in the sense of being super open to everyone else, but just being honest with myself. This advice I always hear about accepting that I don't have to be perfect or keep up with everything, and that it's okay to just focus on what feels real. It sounds really nice, and you might be thinking, but Nikki, I have bills to pay, dreams to achieve, and the fullest life to live. Yeah, I hear you. It's kind of like standing in the middle of a giant crossroad and there's all these signs pointing everywhere like follow your passion, make money, be grateful, dream big, have fun, be grateful. And I don't really know which way to go because they all feel important, but obviously I cannot follow all of them. And wherever you go, it kind of seems like the wrong decision. So I decided to add all these flowers to the background that kind of represent these blooming opportunities that you see everywhere and all these other options and all these other lives that you could live all around you. In the realm of social media, there's so much information about how not to care about what's on social media. Hey, you're kind of watching a video like that right now. Except, I'm not really telling you how to do that. I don't really have much of an advice. I just want to say it sometimes makes me feel pissed that if you just slow down and appreciate what you have, you often get labeled lazy. And if you hustle and bustle to achieve your wildest dreams, you get called greedy or selfish or ungrateful, and it doesn't necessarily comes from the outside. I think that about myself too. But hey, I do want to be a very successful artist. I do want to be someone who creates things. I do want to have a team that I work with. I have big dreams, and sometimes I can get caught up in it thinking I haven't achieved anything yet. Also, technically, unless you're fortunate with a lot, you do need to earn money to maintain yourself, so that kind of ruins the idyllic picture of living in the moment. Alright, I decided that I want this to be stretched now. So my father's a carpenter and he made me a stretcher frame, or pieces for a stretcher frame. And I decided that I'm going to stretch this little cutie now. I actually painted it really close to the edge, and it's because I wanted the sides also to be covered in flowers. I'm a bit nervous because I've never stretched a canvas with actual paint on it already, and I don't have a canvas stretcher, but that's okay, we'll solve it. First, I'm going to put this together. At the end of the day, chasing your dreams often requires a balance between enjoying what you have and working towards what you want, and I'm guessing it does not mean a balance in every moment. Like, sometimes you're gonna need to work harder and do unpleasant things so later you can enjoy the fruit of your labor. Sometimes it's just about taking a small step back and kind of deciding which part of your story you want to write next and just putting the rest to wait. It might not solve everything, it won't magically give you all the answers or make life suddenly easier, but it's a start. I have been putting off painting this for weeks. I'm so terrified to do the hair. I don't know why, it's like this mental struggle. Also the urge to make the background dark blue. That was my original idea, and then this flowery thing came in the middle, and I still think the whole dress would pop so much with dark blue background. But maybe I'll do a pair of this with the dark blue background. It also terrifies me that I had like the little elastics holding my hair like this, and I never made like a forehead hair transition this like linear, I guess. So we'll see how it goes. You know, following my dreams sometimes feels exactly like painting this hair. If you look at the big picture, it seems so scary and it doesn't seem doable at all. But then I just started adding a little bit of color every here and there and focusing on the small steps, and it turned out pretty okay. One thing I can do, and I can ask myself, is what do I want to protect in myself no matter what's happening around me? You know, it might not solve the question how to live your life, but sometimes it's just nice to think about that little fragile flower you're holding onto with such love and care. I believe it is time to accessorize her. So here you go. Maybe you thought that this is going to have like a very deep message at the very end and it's going to have some clarity, and I just got more and more confused the more I talked. So kind of this was the story of this painting, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like this painting. If you have any good stories or advice about this topic, please share with us in the comment, share the wisdom, and hope to see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Also subscribe. Bye!